Well, good morning and welcome to day 76 in our journey through the Word. Uh, Found today's reading interesting. First, difficult, but as I had a chance just to dwell on today's reading, there are two things that God just really brought focus on. And let me turn this fan may be loud, so let me see if I can get it to turn off. There we go. That way it's not so loud in the background there. Um, but two things that God just really brought to the forefront in today's reading for me. One of those dealt with the selection of a leader. What are we looking for? Mr. GQ, Miss America, the most beautiful, the most handsome, the most intelligent? In our school district, we're currently looking for a new superintendent. We've hired a firm to help us in bringing the most qualified candidates to our board of trustees to pick from. We're in the middle of holding focus groups and discussing with staff, community members, and parents what they would like to see in the next superintendent. And I'm not talking blonde hair, blue eyes, 6'5", strong and muscular. I'm talking about those things like visionary, strong financial background, strong academic background, strong community builder. Those types of things are the things that I think that the focus groups will come together in those types of words that help describe for our school board that individual that everybody thinks needs to be the next leader for our school district. I found God's description about how to choose a king interesting in today's, and I want to tie those two together because both of them are very, very important leadership positions. God knew that the people that they haven't asked for yet, He knew that people would be coming to Him asking for an earthly king. So God is already instructing them on what to look for. What do you look for when you look for a king? What are the characteristics that best suit somebody to lead the people? God's Word says when selecting a leader or when selecting a king, select a man that the Lord your God chooses. A fellow Israelite, one who must not, and key is the word not, one who must not take many wives, because they turn and this is talking about the women, and it's, not picking on women, but it says specifically they must not take many wives because they turn his heart away from the Lord. They must not accumulate large wealth, and one who spends time in God's Word every day. So when selecting a leader, they should be godly, they should be fellow believers, they should be of high moral standards, they should be content with what they have and humble in humility, and they need to put God first above all things, spending time with Him daily. The true characteristics of a leader, the leader that we should be looking for, to find example for us to follow every day in selecting our leaders. Again, godly, fellow believers, high moral standards, content and humble, and one who puts God first above all things, spending time with God daily. God promises the people that there will be somebody to follow Moses. The ultimate shepherd, as we know, is Jesus Christ, but God promises that there'll be those who follow in the footsteps of Moses. The other part of the reading today really convicted me and reminded me of my shortcomings. I was convicted several times about the statement about judging others based on one person's testimony. Based on the reports of one person, I have been too quick to judge. However, as I've had the opportunity to slow down, I have also learned that the testimony of one person, no matter how believable the story is not enough. In God's Word today, He tells us, don't convict, don't be so quick to judge somebody on one person's testimony. They have filtered the situation through their own lives and through their own eyes. It's best to have the testimony of more than one. One witness tells you what they believe is true. But when you have several witnesses, it is sometimes easier to understand and best make a fair judgment. I'm reminded to slow down and judge based on the facts, on multiple, if it's available, multiple people. And even if it's just one, not be so quick to judge, but to really weigh and listen to what's being said. And spend time asking God for clarity of direction. I must not convict anybody of a crime or even things that not, and I don't want just to focus on the word crime because it's in our daily lives and situations that we should not be so quick to judge based on just one person's perception. We must slow down. I must slow down and not be so fast and so quick. And I close today with two passages in dealing with this thought process. The first comes out of Proverbs 29 verse 4 where it says, if a king judges the poor fairly, his throne will last forever. If Mark judges others fairly. The other verse comes out of Matthew 7, and these are the words of Christ. He says, for you will be treated as you treat others. The standard you are using in judging is the standard by which you will be judged. Be fair. Be slow. Ask for God's guidance, for God's directions, God's instructions, God's clarity before being so quick to judge. Those are words for me today. It has been, again, another great day of reading. We're moving quickly through Deuteronomy. The instructions from Moses will quickly come to an end in the days ahead, and the people are getting ready to move forward without Moses, but with a new, godly, fellow-believing, high moral standard, content and humble, one who puts God first, leader. I will see you again tomorrow as we continue our journey face to face, our journey through the Word.